guys, well, this is my van life stove video. I'm going to show you what kind of stove I use in my van and why. Alright, so I know you guys have probably seen my stove if you've watched any of my cooking videos or my videos about making coffee in a van and all that kind of good stuff, but I wanted to go into a little more detail about my stove, partly because I figured that you guys might be interested, and the other reason is by the time you guys are seeing this video, it'll probably be about last week. Bob Wells put out a video about testing 8 different stoves, and this is kind of my response to that video, and also to give you guys some more insight on a few things that he said, because yeah, he might not have known some things that are going on where I live, and he might have accidentally given you guys some information that might not be true. And I don't want to say that Bob's lying or anything like that. He just doesn't live in California, so he doesn't know. So I'm putting this video out just as a response to that, and also I figured you guys might be interested in what I use to cook on. Okay, first of all, this is my little butane stove. Sorry, my camera is kind of shaky today. And you can see, it's called Gas 1, and it's either run on butane or propane, which I like to have because I want a stove that is more versatile than just one fuel in case I can't find one or the other. It's a great stove. I've had no trouble with it at all. As you can see, I've kind of abused it. There's like a little dent there. I don't know how old this one is. I know it's an older model. I got it used on eBay. It was supposedly like new, and I figured I'd take the risk because it wasn't that expensive, and eBay always honors their you know, guarantees and stuff, even if the seller doesn't. So you're pretty safe when you buy stuff from eBay. If it doesn't work out, you can always, you know, tell eBay about it and they fix it. I've had several things happen that way, so I have a lot of faith in eBay. As a buyer, as a seller, not so much. But yeah, so I got this stove, and like I say, I don't know how old it was when I got it, but it's definitely was used a few times, and it's been great. It runs great on propane, and it runs even better on butane, because these stoves, I think, because you can get ones that are just butane by themselves, but you can't get the gas ones that I know of that are just propane. So I'm thinking the propane part's probably an afterthought with this company. So if you can run it on its what I call native fuel, then it's probably the best. And I just use this run-of-the-mill, you know, cans of butane stuff here. Basically you just open up this little thing here, and see the little slot on the top of the can? You want to line that up with this little dealy whopper down here. And there's like a little, I don't know if you could see that, but there's like a little thing that the top of the can plugs into, and you have to put this slot where this thingy is, otherwise it won't go in. And then there's this lever right here next to the on-off button, and you just push that down, and then you close this little guy here, and it's ready to go. And the cool part about these stoves too is when you want to pack them away, you can leave the can in there. And, you know, they say you're not supposed to, but you can. And you just flip that thing up like that, so it's released, so the can can't release any gas now. And it's safe inside of here. It's not going anywhere. As long as this little door stays closed, it's just fine. And then you take this grate and you can flip it over. And it comes with a nice little carrying case, but I don't use it, so I don't have it out right now. And you just flip this over, and what I do with this guy while I'm driving is I just put it on the floor. I was going to attach it to something, but, you know, like this little countertop here that I made. But I like the versatility of being able to take it outside whenever I need to or want to. I think it just works out better for me that way. And also, I was thinking about getting, because Gas 1 makes stoves like this only smaller, about maybe, I don't know, 3/4 of this size, if that. And I thought about maybe attaching one of those to this countertop and then using this one as a backup, and I can also cook with this outside still. So that's why this stove has not been attached. Also, if I ever do change rigs, I plan on keeping this stove because I like it so much and it works so well. I haven't had to hook it up to propane full time, but I've heard some complaints about that from other YouTubers that it doesn't work as well if you have to put it on a propane tank full time, like say like a big old 5 gallon bottle or whatever it is of bulk propane. I don't use that, so I really don't know. When I do need to use propane on it, I just use like the little green bottles. But yeah, I really like this stove. I think it's working out well. Okay guys, so basically as much as I like my little stove, it is the second choice that I have. The reason being is, well, very quietly in the year of 2018, California decided that they were going to make denatured alcohol illegal. So now you can't buy it anywhere in the state of California. So as of January 2019, you cannot purchase any denatured alcohol whatsoever in California. And as a result, the manufacturers of all these wonderful stoves, and rightfully so, will not ship to California. So anytime you hit one of those links on Amazon or any place like that, most of your reputable sellers will say this item is not available. They don't tell you why, because, well, they just don't have time or whatever. It just comes up as not available. So I had seen in the comments for Bob's videos about the stoves that people were trying to hit the links for some of those, and they say that they didn't work, and that's why. It's probably because you're in a state that is, you know, has outlawed denatured alcohol. And I don't know if there's any other states. You're going to have to do your research, but I do know for sure that California, as of 2019, decided very quietly, unannounced that they were going to outlaw denatured alcohol. Now, I'm putting this out there in response to Bob's videos because he said twice. He said it in his first one where he was introducing the stoves, and in the second one when he was testing it, that, oh, this is cheap stuff and you can get it anywhere and it's great. That used to be true, but not anymore. Like I say, in California, you can't get it. Now, he doesn't live here. He didn't know. He didn't mean to give out any misinformation. It's just that, you know, every time you turn around, California's got a brand new rule. And even us people that live here, half the time, we don't know that we're breaking the law until it's too late because nobody told us. There's always something new going on. And that's one of the things that people don't like about our state. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't live here anymore. So yeah, just to give you guys a heads up, if you're coming through California and you have as your main heat and or cooking source, if it's an alcohol stove of any sort, then you're going to want to stock up on fuel or have a backup alternative before you get here, because I'd hate to see you guys being stuck between a rock and a hard place and have to run to the hardware store or Walmart or someplace and buy a whole nother stove and outfit just because you can't cook here, because they decided that they aren't going to let us buy one of the safest, as far as I'm concerned, burning fuels that there is out there. And the stoves that use them are great. I mean, a lot of times they have this material inside the fuel canister that soaks up the alcohol so that it doesn't dump out all over the place and cause a fire. So, I mean, how much more safer can you get than that? I think the only reason why that they made it illegal is if you get this stuff on your skin, it can make you really sick. Some people are more resistant to it, but most people are not. And I guess they figured that people don't have the common sense to make sure that they don't poison themselves. I think we do, but the state of California just doesn't think we do. So I think that's why it was outlawed. But yeah, you know, you use denatured alcohol for all kinds of stuff, not just burning for fuel. You use it for cleaning, you use it for paint stripper and all that kind of stuff. So maybe that was part of the problem. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure you guys knew what was going on with that, just in case that you're just starting out van life and you saw that video and you really were interested in getting an alcohol stove and you can't figure out why you can't get one. Well, that's why. Denatured alcohol has been taken off of all the shelves as of 2019, and it's illegal. So there you go. I mean, that would have been my first choice to have. I think that it's a lot better, but unfortunately, until I move away from here and or find a way to smuggle one in or something like that and figure out a way to be able to fuel it without paying an arm and a leg, I'm just going to have to stick to my good old butane stove. And I'm hoping eventually to get some type of stove that burns off of wood for outside. And yeah, hopefully it'll be something like a solo stove or a solo stove. I know there's a company in Oregon that builds stoves that are very similar that I like a little bit better, and they cost a lot less. So I might be checking those guys out, and if I can remember the name, then I'll maybe do a video on that, especially if I find one. But for now, yeah, I'm very happy with the stove that I have, and I think that it's a great little thing, and I like that I could either use propane or butane on it, and it's still legal where I live, so I don't have to worry about that. And yeah, but I felt really strongly about putting out a response to this, because a response to Bob's videos, because A, I'm pretty sure you guys were curious about what I use to cook, and B, I think that information needs to be out there. I did respond to some comments on his first video. I put up there a comment where I explained to people that it's illegal to buy the fuel here in California, and then there were a few other people that were telling Bob in the comments that his links didn't work to these stoves, and so I responded by saying that that's because they won't sell them in the state of California. So I'm hoping that helped, but I figured that if I put out this video as well, it might help some of you all. And that's basically what I aim to do. I just want people to, have a little bit easier time of this, and all the help that we can get and research that we can get before we make such a big life change is really awesome. And even though I've done this a lot in my life, my whole entire life, it still was very beneficial, and still is very beneficial for me to watch other people that are doing this, because we all have our own ideas, and we all have our own information and our own experiences, and I think we can all teach and learn from each other. So I really love the fact that we can come here on YouTube and talk about all this kind of stuff and give each other hope and energy and new ideas. So if you guys like what I'm doing, and if you guys got something out of this video, please make sure to like it on YouTube, hit that big thumbs up, make it blue, and yeah, subscribe to my channel so you can get more of this crazy stuff. And thank you very much, man. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.